Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, August 14, 2022. Today you could be very empathetic. You could find yourself reading other people like a book. You'll know what someone is feeling or thinking before they even say a word. Try to put this ability to good use. You might be able to offer someone comfort because you will be attuned to their needs. You could offer some encouraging words or some light, social distraction to brighten their day. This could be a day when your family seems especially important to you. Aries men have big hearts, and you are no exception. Your loved ones hold a special place in your feelings, and right now you might need their support and their company. You could decide to open up to someone about some stress that you have been under. Trust this person to offer comfort and nurturing, and you'll soon feel better. Your freedom of expression may feel very important to you today. If you get the feeling that someone is stepping on your toes or moving in on your territory, you may find yourself acting very defensive. You take pride in your ideas and your work, and this is a natural feeling, but be mindful that you don't become so protective of your creations that you ignore what may only be constructive criticism. This could prove a busy day for you on all levels. Professionally, you could attend a lot of meetings in which you receive a lot of useful information. Socially, you may attend at least one party, or perhaps just meet with a group of friends for drinks or dinner. On this occasion, you're apt to find the banter and camaraderie shared by people you care for not only stimulating, but relaxing as well. Enjoy your day. You have to face up to an inner test of strength, constantly pressured by other people's problems. They might even hurt your feelings or wind you up. Take a constructive approach to this difficult situation by seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen your own position and to emerge from the argument with greater self-confidence. You like to daydream about having one of those proverbial houses with a cute white fence, but today you'll be too distracted by work to think in the abstract. That's okay. Work first, dream later. You have every right to simply have fun with others, but with this attitude you rarely experience the feeling of true love. Being a great heartbreaker limits your experiences, not allowing anyone to break through the barrier you place around yourself. You feel sad and lonely and wonder what it is you're missing. One quick phone call to a friend may turn into an hour-long discussion about the meaning of life. Be conscious of the fact that there is a great deal of momentum building in your mind at this time, and that once the dam is opened, you may soon have a gigantic flood on your hands. Be careful of releasing all this energy at once, even though you may not seem to have any other choice. Self-discipline may come harder on this day than usual for you. The effects of this vibration can see you more scattered and easily distracted. But on the positive side, it can add a spring to your step and lighten the atmosphere considerably. If you can go about your day flowing with the natural essence of this vibration, you will find that you can get things done and enjoy yourself at the same time. You'll also have plenty of energy left over for whatever kind of social fun is possible later on. You really need some rest. Even though you have a list of tasks and errands a mile long, see if you can leave some of them for later. All signs indicate that you should not stray too far from home today, if you can possibly help it. You are easily distracted, making you prone to accidents. Behind the wheel of a car is not the place for you to be right now. Stay home and tackle all those little chores you've been meaning to get to. In between now and the moon's return to your career sector over the weekend, the moon returns for its monthly visit to an adventurous part of your chart. This will be the moon's only visit while the sun and Mercury are in a playful part of your chart and the last before Venus return in 10 days, but it will be to find that the stars are already aligned on the playful and adventurous fronts. With the busiest months of the year and especially on the work front now just 12 days away, there is an all-out effort to first find the right balance between work and play. The moon returns for its monthly visit to an adventurous part of your chart to find that not only is the sun in your romantic sector but a mix of romance, adventure and nostalgia has been building all week. These adventurous lunar vibes are set to not only amplify what is already there but despite the moon's brief visit is here to stay. Our eyes in the sky. The moon is being extremely quiet and chill in Aries today. This means that it's a great day to communicate your needs to others and reflect on the energy you're putting out into the world. If you'd like to take a step back and focus on yourself, do it. This is one time when you should be putting your needs first. Since the moon is in Aries, you might feel you're supposed to give yourself freely to others, but now you don't have to do that. Think about whether you want to drain your batteries by giving away your energy or you want to recharge. Don't overdo it, especially since the moon is pretty much inactive. The less you go out and the more you keep to yourself, the better you'll feel. Don't let people push you into giving them extra attention. This is something you'll have to keep in mind throughout the day because you'll want to help even though your body needs to rest. Today, put yourself first no matter what. Are we really making a difference? Does anything we do really matter? We could be running up against emotional programming from youth when our unique approach to structure was vilified. Subsequently, we adopted more legitimate methods for getting things done, which were probably modeled for us by parents or authority figures. Now, we find ourselves in a position where we could be accomplishing a great deal, but success fails to trigger an endorphin response. In some form or fashion, we aren't being authentic to ourselves, and therefore, failing to meet our own needs. We may have to think more critically about how going through the motions isn't serving us. If we feel a disconnect in our process, what can we do to change our behavior and course-correct this issue? Following this, the moon trines Uranus in Taurus, encouraging us to do things differently. Unorthodox behavior is celebrated, and we might receive insights that help us to keep an open mind despite the turbulence. We now perceive less risk in breaking the mold. Although the Aries moon urges us to keep things in order, we understand how going with the flow makes life less difficult in the long run. When we are open to change, we easily adjust to life's unpredictable moments. A connection between the moon and Neptune could bring strange dreams your way tonight, but try not to read too much into them. Any messages that come through will likely be too convoluted to unpack. In the early morning, the moon trines Saturn in Gemini, helping to regulate our instincts. This aspect perfects while some of us are still asleep, so our dreams may aid us in making decisions, guiding us to obvious conclusions through symbolism. In waking life, we might receive sound advice from elders or bosses, those who have developed more experience having been in the game longer. However, a harsh aspect to healing asteroid Chiron a short time later threatens to challenge our energy level. The balance you keep between your responsibilities and self-care is an important theme today, so you need to make sure you're checking in with yourself often to avoid tiring yourself out. This gains further traction when an unbalanced aspect to unpredictable Uranus throws a wrench in our plans, leaving us scrambling to hold things together. Venus forms an off-putting aspect to hazy Neptune, and confusion could manifest in romantic partnerships as well. Keep your guard up against overly charismatic people right now, because there is a chance you could be taken for a ride if you fall too hard for charm over substance. Though the day may feel like it's filled with uncertainty, fluctuations in energy, and confusion, things clear up this evening when the moon shares a supportive connection to Mars. You'll likely feel motivated to work on a passion project or even spend a little one-on-one time under the sheets, but try not to stay up too late. We are likely to feel touchy or embarrassed, and from the current vantage point, all roads lead to failure. Why are we focusing on the negatives? Well, often it can be easier to relinquish control and have someone else make the difficult choices. That way, if situations go sideways, the blame can't fall back on us. Although we want to absolve ourselves of the decision-making process, we are not being allowed to get away with it now, which creates frustration and stress. This is a lesson in self-ownership.